What is going on, guys? Paul James here. When it comes to making money online, it is all about niche selection. What I mean by that is if you pick the wrong niche to start off with, you're probably not going to be very successful with it versus if you start off strong by picking a solid niche. So today's video is going to be all about making money by actually picking the right niche to start with. So if you're excited about that and you're ready to dig in and learn how to pick a niche so that you can actually start making money online, do me a favor right now and smash that like button for me. Now, before I get into the specifics of everything, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe and tap that bell notification icon, because in a few days, I'm gonna release another video of a really cool way to make money. You're not gonna wanna miss it. And also, really quickly, I am throwing together a huge Black Friday sale. I will leave a link in the description for it. Definitely go check it out. I'm running it through Black Friday. I'm starting it a little bit early, so massive savings on my software and training and stuff like that. You definitely do not wanna miss it. It's the biggest sale I've ran all year. All right, so you guys know that I talk a lot about lead generation on the channel here, and this doesn't really just work for lead generation. It could work for any type of SEO or anything where you're working with local business owners in general, because the concepts I'm going to share with you are all about picking a niche, but also doing so that it's not huge competition. I'll kind of explain to you how we do that. So what we want to do is we want to become a big fish in a small pond rather than a big pond and being a small fish, because that means that we're going to have lots of competition otherwise. So if we can be the main competition, but be in a smaller subsector of the area, that is going to be the way to go. And I want to share with you exactly how to do that right now. So when it comes to lead generation anyways, one thing I would like to do is I like to look at what my biggest competitors are. So even if you're not interested in lead generation, you're doing something else, you can still think about this. Who are your biggest competitors in that area? So for lead generation, I would say that would be Home Advisor, Angie's List, Thumbtack. I just pulled up a couple of them so that you could see those are sort of our competitors when we're doing lead generation. These are other companies that are out there that are selling leads to local business owners. So what I want to do is I don't want to avoid the niches that they're going after, because a lot of people, you might think, well, hey, if we want to be successful competing against them, we should avoid whatever niches they're going after, right? But that is actually not true. And the reason why is because if they are selecting them, it's probably for a reason. It's probably because it's working for them. Versus if we were to go and pick something that is not on this list at all, well, there might be a reason it's not on the list. It might be because it doesn't work. Now, this is a company specifically, Home Advisor, that does like 500 million annually per year. So if they haven't thought of it yet, it's probably because it just doesn't work. They probably have tested everything. So I'm going to err on the side of let's just go with what's working, because that's the quickest way to the money, in my opinion. So what I like to do is I like to go on my competitor sites like Home Advisor, and I just start looking through their categories of what's working for them. So we can see here they've got concrete, brick and stone, drywall, landscape, siding, decks, porches, fences, appliances, remodels. All these are great. And I could click view all categories. I could find even more. Storage, painting, like landscaping. I mean, just so many different ones. And again, I could go to Angie's List. We could do the same thing, roofing, plumbing. You're going to notice something. You're probably going to see a trend, right? Most of these are probably going to be going after the same exact type of niches. This one's a little bit different. Personal training, local moving, house cleaning. So a little bit different over here might be a way to get some different ideas, but the premise is kind of the same. So let's say that I wanted to go after painting, for example, and the next thing I want to do is if I want to become the big fish in a small pond, well, I am betting that Home Advisor has already dominated some of the big cities. Like, let's just say, for example, that I wanted to target somewhere around the city of Milwaukee. It's one of the bigger cities around here. Now, I can almost guarantee you that Home Advisor has this market locked down because it is one of the bigger cities. But with that being said, that doesn't mean that I can't go after some of the smaller areas nearby. Okay, I could go and look at some of these smaller areas, like maybe I want to look at Painter, Brown Deer, and I could zoom out even a little bit more if I wanted to. Mequon, Thiensville. So what I would do is I would go into Google and I would just type in Painter, like Mequon, for example, and I could see what comes up. So we can see there are some different painting companies here in the 3-pack. I'm typically going to ignore like the Yelp listings and those kinds of things, like the different directory sites. I want to make sure that you understand the concept here. So the concept is, again, to break this down, I went to my competition, okay? In this case, I'm doing lead generation, so I went to a competitor that also does lead generation. But again, this concept works for anything. If you're doing affiliate marketing in the health industry, then you want to go to your biggest competitors who are also in that industry. But in my case, we went after Home Advisor. I looked at what niches or what categories that they were successful in. I found one, painters. Now, the next thing for me to do was to find a city. I want to become a big fish in a small pond. So I did not go after that bigger city, Milwaukee. Instead, I went after a smaller city, Mequon. Now all I need to do is determine whether this is a viable choice. Now, in many cases, you could just stop here and assume that this is probably going to work. But I like to take things a step further. And this really is particular in lead generation. It applies to lead generation in particular, is what I'm trying to say. So I want to share with you what I do next to just ensure that I'm going to be the big fish in a small pond in this area. So let's dive into that. So the way I do that is by doing a little bit of competitive analysis. I'll open up the website for this guy, Lance the Painter, and I can see he's just using a Wix website. So this alone for me is just enough to say, okay, this guy, he doesn't even have his own URL. So he's probably not worried about backlinks or anything like that. I think I would be pretty safe entering this niche. I'll just open up another one here. This one, these guys look like they may be, okay, a neighborly company. So this is kind of more of a franchise. And it's a good sign that the guy who's just kind of this one-man shop is beating the franchise as well. It's just another indicator for me. Let's open up this next one. This one is not even loading. Okay, there it goes. K2 Painting. They have a Texas phone number here. So again, this might be another one of those sites where it's kind of more like a, I don't know, like maybe a franchise. But if I wanted to do some competitive analysis on them, I definitely could. One way that I like to do that is by using the search string. So the search string is, you enter their website in quotation marks. You do not include the HTTPS on it though. You just do their website. And then you copy it and you do minus in URL and you do it again. And what this is going to do is it's going to tell Google, show me all the backlinks that are related to them that do not include their self. So in this case, we returned no results, which is kind of what I expected. We could do the same with this one, but I would bet that maybe we'll find some results on this one just because they do seem like maybe they are a national company with a national presence. I'm going to take the HTTPS away and the www away. But other than that, I'm going to run the search string exactly the same, just like that. And so like I said, they returned more results, 67 results. But with that being said, I could go through and I could see if they really do have 67 results, because a lot of these are duplicates. I'm counting up 1, 2 of these are Facebook. That's the same. So we'll just say 3 on that one. This job searcher is duplicate. So we'll say 4. They got 5, 6. That's duplicate. 7. And then if we go to the second page, now we start to see just kind of some of these random local listings. Like this is not a backlink. It's just like a random IP address. Bizstanding.com, not sure. Could be ipaddress.com. So I'm not counting many backlinks at all. I mean, I would say probably less than 10 real backlinks. So what that would mean is that if I wanted to enter this niche, I would just need to be prepared to, you know, maybe go and get some of these backlinks. I would need to go and create a Facebook page, a Zoom info page, a yellowpages.com page, which would be pretty easy to do. I could definitely do that if I wanted to enter this niche and compete with it. So you can see now why it pays off to just spend a little bit more time on the niche research, because now, just with this example alone, I was able to find a proven niche with a smaller town that's going to allow me to be the main person in the town that's getting all the leads. I can then take those leads, sell them to a painter in the area, and make a lot of money off of it, right? I can't stress how important it is to actually spend time doing a little bit of niche research before you jump into your niche, whether it be in lead generation or anything else really, because like I said, this is the foundation of everything. And if you mess this part up or you don't spend time on it, you could look back after you did all the work and find out that what you did was not successful, and it all could have been because you did not do the niche research. With that being said, guys, again, I will leave a link to my insane Black Friday sale in the description below. Go check it out right now. Again, it is running through Black Friday and then the deals come down. I mean, we're talking insane, like 60% off on some things. Anyways, you do not want to miss it. Some of the biggest sales that I hold all year, and we only see them on Black Friday. So definitely go check that out. Also, if you haven't yet, check out this video on making money with Google Chrome. It's really awesome. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe, take the bell notification icon because you're not going to want to miss my next upload. Anyways, guys, I will see you next time. I am Paul James. Peace out.